Long ago, in the days of old, there lived an unjust judge. He was a man of power, but ruthless and unconcerned with justice. He neither feared God nor cared about what people thought. He was rude, harsh, and hard-hearted. He did not care for the problems of the poor. He was only interested in taking gifts from the rich. The cold demeanor of this judge matched his hardened heart. This parable told by Jesus is found in Luke 18, 1-8. Day after day, this judge made decisions that favored his own interest and showed no concern for the oppressed or the poor. He neglected the two greatest commandments, love for God and love for neighbor. Now, in this same city, there was a widow. She had no family to defend her, no one to take up her case, and she had been wronged and needed justice. Though she was poor and powerless, her spirit was unyielding. In contrast to the judge, this woman was a widow, the lowest place on the social scale. Yet, she came to the judge day after day pleading her cause. She knew he was a crook, but she was not going away. Every day she cried to him, "Grant me justice against my adversary." But the judge just ignored her. He dismissed her cries, turning his back on her. Still, the widow refused to give up. Every day she stood at his door, her voice echoing in the streets, "Grant me justice." The widow's persistence began to wear on the judge. Though he cared nothing for her or her case, her constant presence became an annoyance. Even at night he could not sleep. The woman's voice echoed in his head. One day he could not take it any longer. He thought to himself, "Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, this widow is wearing me out with her endless pleading. I will see to it that she gets justice, just so that she doesn't come back and bother me anymore." So he called the woman before him and granted her the justice she deserved. Though his heart was unchanged, he acted out of sheer exhaustion. Notice what moved the heart of this crooked judge. It was the woman's persistence and perseverance. Jesus told this parable and said, "Listen to what the unjust judge said. If even an unjust man like this can grant justice, how much more will God bring justice to his people who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice and get it quickly." Beloved, when your life is in crisis or pain, physically or emotionally, and the things of the world make you feel numb, cling to God who is good and stay with him who is love. Here, Jesus taught the power of persistent prayer. He stated if a widow's persistence could move a heartless judge, how much more can our faith and persistence move the heart of a loving and just God? Jesus ended his parable with a sobering question. When the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? He wasn't just talking about the widow's persistence. He was calling all of us to keep the faith and never lose heart in our prayers. To trust God who will bring justice at the right time. My friend, the moral of this story is that God, our Father, loves us more than we can ever imagine. Our prayers might not be answered when we think it should be, but God will always give us much more than is asked for and in his perfect time. Today, I encourage you to trust in God's justice and to remain faithful in prayer, even when there is silence and it seems like nothing is happening. Remember this: unlike the unjust judge, God has your best interests at heart. Thanks for watching, and please remember to share and subscribe so you can continue to receive these weekly podcasts. God bless you is my prayer.